Throughout the 1770s, Samuel Adams led Boston's resistance to British rule. Adams was aggressive, courageous, but slovenly. His friends often brought him presentable clothes when he left Massachusetts on business. In 1772, Adams organized Committees of Correspondence, which were groups of people who wrote letters to each other chronicling British abuses.
They started writing back and forth in the different colonies, saying we must stop this, blah, blah, blah. And he worked up the whole, he worked everybody up into quite a state of anger.
Massachusetts boasted 80 of these committees, and by 1773, nearly every colony had a central committee to exchange ideas and information about the British with other colonies. These letter-writing committees formed the basis of the first American Congress. After the Intolerable Acts of 1774, which the colonists found unfair and punitive, the Committees of Correspondence sent representatives from each colony to Philadelphia to decide how to respond. This meeting would become the first Continental Congress.
The first Continental Congress was formed basically to affirm the union of the Americans and the united front against the British attempt to punish and tax them, and they would all stick together, you might say, and maintain a united front against this attempt to impose second-class citizenship on Americans. That's what they felt was happening to them.
The first step, they all agreed, was a boycott.
What came out of the First Continental Congress was a boycott of British goods. That was one way of making the British knuckle under, they thought. And also an agreement that there would be a Continental Association.
The Continental Association formed a pact among the colonies to start the boycott, to get England to repeal the Intolerable Acts and return to more peaceful times. The delegates set a date to meet again. The Second Continental Congress was scheduled for May 10, 1775. But fate would intervene before that second meeting. The battles of Lexington and Concord would spark the American Revolution.